I've been fascinated by the Freemasons for many years. In this video, I am going to share with you a secret that they've managed to keep hidden from the world for over 300 years. In order to better understand what we are discussing, let's start at the beginning. The origins of Freemasonry can be traced back to the Middle Ages in Europe. At that time, stonemasons who worked on building projects such as cathedrals often formed guilds or associations to protect their trade secrets and ensure high standards of workmanship. These groups were known as Masonic lodges, and they served as a kind of mutual aid society, providing support to members in times of need. During the 1600s, the operative Masons, which were started to mix with the speculative Masons, which were people from other walks of life who were interested in the stonemasons' rituals and traditions. This led to the formation of modern Freemasonry, which is no longer exclusively a stonemasons organization, but rather a fraternal organization open to men of all backgrounds and professions. Freemasonry is a fraternal organization based on principles of secrecy, brotherhood, and personal development. Members of the Freemasons, known as Freemasons, meet regularly in lodges to engage in ritualistic ceremonies and to discuss moral and philosophical topics. One of the most well-known symbols of Freemasonry is the all-seeing eye that is often depicted on their regalia and other materials. The all-seeing eye has been a symbol of Freemasonry since the early 1700s. Its exact meaning and significance within the organization has been the subject of much speculation and conspiracy theories. According to Masonic tradition, the all-seeing eye represents the great architect of the universe, a concept that encompasses the supreme being or God of any faith. Masons believe that this higher power is all-knowing and all-seeing, and the eye symbol serves as a reminder of this constant surveillance. Some Masons also believe that the all-seeing eye represents the watchful eye of the Masonic fraternity, which is there to protect and guide its members. Others see it as a symbol of the importance of morality and ethics in Freemasonry, as well as the need for members to be accountable for their actions. It's important to note that the all-seeing eye is not a deity in itself, but rather a symbol of a higher power or the watchful presence of the Masonic fraternity. In fact, Freemasonry is a religion-inclusive organization, and its members come from a variety of faiths and backgrounds. The all-seeing eye and other Masonic symbols are meant to transcend religious boundaries and to represent universal truths and values. Another common symbol of Freemasonry is the square and compass, which are tools used in construction. They represent the Masons' commitment to precision, accuracy, and the rule of law. The square and compass have been used as Masonic symbols since the 1700s, and they are often displayed on tombstones, monuments, and other objects related to Freemasonry. Now that you know a bit about the basics of Freemasonry, I want to tell you about one of their most closely guarded secrets that has remained hidden for centuries, and it's going to shock you. In May of 1717, four prominent London attorneys met together to lay the foundation of the premier Grand Lodge of England. This event marked a significant turning point in the history of Freemasonry, as it led to the formation of the First Grand Lodge, which is a governing body that oversees the activities of various Masonic lodges in a particular jurisdiction. Shortly after the meeting, they were joined by several more attorneys and eventually by people from all walks of life. The group established a system of rituals and ceremonies that were heavily influenced by medieval stonemason traditions. These rituals included a ceremony called the laying of the foundation, which was modeled after the biblical account of the building of King Solomon's temple. In the laying of the foundation ceremony, the Masons symbolically recreated the construction of Solomon's temple, with each step of the ritual representing a different aspect of the building process. For example, the creation of an altar symbolized the laying of the foundation, while the placement of a cornerstone represented the establishment of a solid base for the structure. Each box contained a scroll with writings or relics of historical figures, and each box was sealed with the assurance that it would not be opened until a specific future date. This ceremony was not only a symbolic reenactment of the building of Solomon's temple, but it also served as a way to instill the values of Freemasonry in its members. By participating in the ceremony, Freemasons were reminded of the importance of hard work, precision, and dedication to a common goal, as well as the need to establish a strong foundation on which to build their lives. But there was another secret reason why the boxers were buried during the laying of the foundation ceremony. The contents of these boxers were not just symbolic. They were real artifacts that held significant value. They contained documents and items that were carefully selected to represent the history, traditions, and values of Freemasonry. For example, one box might contain a copy of the Holy Bible, which represented the importance of religion and morality in Freemasonry. Another box might contain a tool such as a square and compass, which symbolized the importance of precision and accuracy in the craft. By burying these boxers and sealing them with instructions not to be opened until a certain date, the Freemasons were able to preserve these artifacts for future generations and ensure that they would be passed down as part of the Masonic heritage. Now, here's where things get really interesting. You might be wondering why the Freemasons would go to such lengths to hide the contents of these boxes. What was so important about them that they needed to be kept secret? Well, The answer lies in the very nature of Freemasonry itself. From its earliest days, Freemasonry has been shrouded in secrecy. Its rituals, ceremonies, and symbols have been kept hidden from non-members to protect the integrity of the organization and its teachings. In fact, the word secret is used over 40 times in the rituals of Freemasonry, which makes you wonder just how much they have to hide. So why is secrecy so important to the Freemasons? One reason is that it allows them to create a sense of exclusivity and brotherhood among its members. By keeping its secrets hidden from outsiders, Freemasonry is able to foster a sense of loyalty and camaraderie among its members, who feel like they are part of an elite group that possesses special knowledge. Another reason for the secrecy is to protect the teachings and traditions of Freemasonry from those who might want to exploit or corrupt them. By limiting access to its rituals and ceremonies, Freemasonry is able to preserve its values and ensure that they are not distorted or misused. However, the secrecy of Freemasonry has also made it a target of conspiracy theories and speculation. People have long been fascinated by the idea of a secret society with hidden agendas and powerful influence, and this has led to all sorts of rumors and myths surrounding the Freemasons. One popular conspiracy theory is that the Freemasons are involved in a global conspiracy to control world events. This theory is often rooted in anti-Masonic sentiment and the belief that the organization's secrecy is evidence of its sinister motives. However, there is no evidence to support these claims, and they are widely regarded as unfounded and baseless. Another conspiracy theory is that the Freemasons are responsible for the deaths of prominent public figures such as presidents and celebrities. This theory often relies on speculation and conjecture and ignores the lack of evidence to support it. It is important to note that there is no evidence that the Freemasons have ever engaged in illegal or harmful activities on a large scale. In fact, the organization has a long history of charitable giving and community service. The secrecy of Freemasonry has allowed it to thrive for centuries, but it has also made it a target of fear and suspicion. Despite the conspiracy theories and speculation, the Freemasons continue to be a prominent and influential organization today. If you want to learn more about the Freemasons and their rituals, please visit our website. We have a team of researchers who have dedicated their lives to uncovering the truth about secret societies like the Freemasons. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a comment below. We always appreciate your feedback. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.